Can Pete Carroll get Geno Smith alive? Can Alex Kappa be revived? It's day 25 of the Wombo Combos 32 for 32. And today, we got the Raiders. The Raiders finished the season 25th on offense, 30th on defense, guys. 4-13 record. They're picking 6 in the draft this year. New head coach Pete Carroll, like I mentioned. Let's break into what Pete can do, how he can rebuild this team. First, for money, let's look at their cap. $50 million right now. Effectively, they can use $44 million of that. They also have the highest amount of dead money in the entire NFL, with having $44 million in dead money this season. The Raiders have done a pretty good job this offseason with free agents, guys, and also trades. They acquired Geno Smith with a third-round pick. They went and got Alex Kappa, who had a down year with the Bengals and was released, adding him to the offensive line. They grabbed Jeremy Chin from the Commanders, Landon Roberts from the Steelers. The team is slightly rebuilding. There is some pluses. Let's take a look at the minuses. So for those major players that the Raiders will be without for 2025, Nate Hobbs has moved on. He has gone to the Green Bay Packers. He's been replaced by Eric Stokes, who is from the Green Bay Packers. Basically a free agency trade. Not really, but you get what I'm saying there. They switched players. Another guy that they ended up losing is Robert Spillane. That is a huge player in their defense. They will be missing him. He's moved on to the Patriots. Another guy that they'll be missing this season is Alexander Mattison. He signed a contract with the Miami Dolphins. However, Raiders fans, we all know we're not going to be really missing Alexander Mattison very much. The last two people that I want to talk about that the Raiders lost in free agency are their safety, Epps and Morig. Both of them have moved on to new teams. That is going to be a major thing that they need to look at filling this offseason, whether that's through the draft or the remaining free agents that they can take a look at. For the rest of free agency for the Raiders, I would like to see them, like I said, take a look at some of the remaining safeties who are out there in free agency, as well as potentially adding another wide receiver. I kind of like the matchmaking of bringing Tyler Lockett over to play with Geno Smith and Pete Carroll. I mean, it kind of seems like it's just an easy pick for them. Take a guy that Geno's already been throwing to, that Pete Carroll's already coached half of his career, kind of fills in the void. If it's not him, maybe someone like Amari Cooper comes back to the Raiders to end his career. Either way, they need more offensive firepower for sure to get Geno Smith rolling. Okay, so on that mantra of building around Geno Smith in the offense, let's take a look at the draft, what the Raiders may be able to do. They have a really high pick. Let's dive into that. For the first round pick, I would like to see them either take Ashton Genty or Tet McMillan. One of those two players in the first round at the 6th pick, I think would be a great addition to the offense. It would be something for Geno Smith to use as a tool, whether it's through the run game with Ashton or whether Ted is the big man wide receiver who goes along with Bowers and Myers for this next season. For the second round, guys, I'm looking at Derek Harmon. He's a defensive lineman. I think it would be a great addition to go along with Christian Wilkins, Max Crosby on that defensive line. Add a third piece, let him mature behind those guys, play along with them. I think it would be a great addition for them. Is he going to be hitting like Robert Spillane? Probably not, but will his athleticism make up for it? I think so. So in the third round, we're going with Chris Paul Jr. from Ole Miss. In the fourth round, I've gone a little bit of a hot take here. I am going to take Will Howard from Ohio State for the Raiders. This gives Pete Carroll a rookie quarterback behind Geno Smith, someone to work with for the future, and also someone who could sit behind Geno, who they just traded for, and sit there and learn behind him. I think that this would be a great add. He's obviously been to national championships. He's one of the veteran rookie quarterbacks coming out of this draft. I think Will Howard is somebody that the Raiders will take a look at in the fourth round. So guys, you'll have to let me know if you think that's a crazy take. Is Will Howard to the Raiders in the fourth round nuts? Do you guys think that Will Howard goes before then? Let me know in the comments. Guys, this was my 32 for 32 on the Vegas Raiders. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.